Good evening, boys and girls. Welcome to Candy's Cozy Couch. My name is Candace, and my nickname is Candy. That's how I came up with that really exceptional name. At least I think it's pretty exceptional. Yes, indeed. All right, boys and girls. What's my instrument for today, or for tonight, I should say? My voice. This actually is a Bluetooth microphone that does go to a speaker, but I'm not going to turn it on because I'm going to just sing and use the microphone as a prop. It's time for the checklist. It's time for the checklist. It's time for the checklist. Just like this. All right. Bravo, very good. Y'all better not boo me. Who booed? I heard somebody boo. Just kidding. All right, boys and girls, did you do your homework? I hope you did your homework. Check. Did you eat your dinner? Is your belly all full? Are you satisfied? I hope you ate all your dinner. Clean plate Rangers. Check. Did you clean your room? Don't go to bed in a messy room. Make sure you've cleaned your room and any other chores you're supposed to do. Take care of that before you go to bed. Check. Did you pick out your outfit for tomorrow? You know, tomorrow's another school day. Pick out your outfit and grab your favorite PJs while you're at it. Check. All right. Did you take your bath or your shower so you're all fresh and clean and your body is refreshed? Check. And did you brush your teeth so that they're pearly and white and shiny and gleamy and glistening and your breath is all fresh? Check. You got a night light? Make sure you have a night light so you don't fall over things when you're trying to get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. Like kind of as a zombie because you were half asleep and you woke up out your sleep because you had to go. Check. Did you give your I love yous, hugs, kisses, and smooches to your family members and pets that you live with? Check. And also, did you brush your hair, comb your hair, tie up your hair? Are you wearing a nightcap? Are you wearing a bandana? Are you wearing a bonnet? Well, your moms are probably wearing the bonnets. You can wear one too, though, girls, if you got a lot of hair. Anyway, check. Let's move on. Did we get everything covered? Because I tried to be kind of quick with it. I think I covered pretty much everything. I don't think I can think of anything else to do at this point. So did you say your prayers? If you have not said your prayers, make sure you say your prayers before you drift off into dreamland. So don't get comfy, cozy, snug as a bug in a rug in your bed yet until you've said your prayers. You can wait till after the story, though. That's fine. Tonight's story is by Anne Griffalconi and Jerry Pinkney. All these names, goodness. And the title is Ain't Nobody a Stranger to Me. And boys and girls, excuse the glare. I think only for the cover will you see that. You should be good after that. Let me show you the back of the picture too. Yeah, fighting the glare. Here, really quick. Let me see if I can turn off the glare right quick. I like the light though. Boo! There you go. Better picture of what's on the back. Better picture of what the cover looks like. And then I'm going to put my light back on because I like the light. Hallelujah. All right. It's Black History Month. Today is day 1, February 1st. Black History Month. And so you're going to see a lot of books pertaining to people of Black history. Ain't nobody a stranger to me. Yes, indeed. A long time ago, when I was a little girl, my grandpa let me come along on his weekly visit to his apple orchard. It's the last piece of land I kept, he told me, waving his hand in a friendly hello as at every pass-byer after I moved into town. Grandpa, I called, running to keep up with him. How come you know so many people? He stopped to let me catch up. Don't know 'em by name, just by heart, honey. Ain't nobody a stranger to me. And therein lies the title of the book. Again, I like my light, and I hope you guys can see pretty good the book with the light. Why is that, Grandpa? I asked, grabbing his hand in mine and holding on. He grinned happily down at me, 'cause both me and my heart is free. After a while of walking, he asked me, did you know, honey, that was back in the day, in the sad old days of slavery, I used to carry apple seeds in my pocket to keep myself believing that when the great day of freedom came, I could plant them in my own soil on my own farm. All right, so her grandfather clearly lived in the time when black people were kept as slaves. I shook my head. I did not know, but finally one day it came to me. Grandpa went on, it weren't never gonna happen till we struck out for freedom ourselves. So we got ready, and the first night we could, we run away. The grammar you'll have to excuse, because back then, not only were black people not really allowed to read, but they may have also had difficulty with the language, like speaking it in proper English, if that's what you want to call it. Who's we, Grandpa? It was me, your Grandma Polly, and our baby girl. That's your mama, Grandpa said, trousing my curly hair. Course we was afraid, but we was careful, quiet, sure of foot. He stopped walking, remembering how it was. Now we had already come a long way north, dodging strangers and dangers all the way. We was coming close to the Ohio River, close to freedom, but being too tired and hungry to go another step, we picked us out a barn nearby to hide inside. Trying to clear some of that glare. Hopefully you guys can see the pictures. We slept there real quiet all that night. Baby too. Then at dawn, this man came down to the barn to milk his cow. And wouldn't you know, just then the baby cried out. We stood in the dark, arms tight around our hungry baby, so desperate. We was ready to run and swim the Ohio to freedom on the other side, die if we had to. We wasn't going back. Oh, man. So, yes, a lot of slaves fought their way to freedom. And I guess her grandpa was one of them. Oh, no, I said, shivering at the thought. Though I knew my granddaddy was safe here with me, I hugged his hand even tighter. Of course, even in the dark, Grandpa added, the man felt somebody was there. But guess what? I looked up at him, still full of worry. That man sure didn't see no color then, only thought we was in trouble. The man was white, but he did right by us that day. That's good to know. So that man helped them instead. So that's actually great. Great to know that they got help. And he never asked my name, though he told me his. James Stanton. Turns out he was a secret member of the Underground Railroad. Oh, I shouted. Those folks who helped the runaways travel north? Yep. The folks who helped lift us up when we was down. The Quaker James Stanton and his wife Sarah never said, that's no white baby. That's only a brown baby. To them, she was just a hungry little child. And so they fed us and helped us cross the river to freedom the very next night. Well, that is awesome that there were good people even back in those days when a lot of bad people were keeping others captive and not allowing them to be free. That sure was lucky for you, Grandpa, I said, feeling safer now. My hand rested in his. Don't know if it was luck, hon. He shook his head. We had to put out our trust in God, in the good Lord. We'd set our hearts right, and all along the way, help came when we needed it. And we got through. Yes, we got through. That's beautiful. That's fantastic. Because unfortunately, a lot of people didn't make it. A lot of people weren't so lucky or so blessed as this little girl's grandpa seems to have been. Yep, Grandpa nodded. I've been on both sides. When somebody falls down, what kind of man gonna stop and say, I don't pick up no stranger? Let him lie there. Leastways, not me. We walked together in silence. Soon, the spring air began to carry the fresh, sweet smell of apple blossoms to us. Awesome. Once we got north of south, Grandpa continued, walking faster. Me and Polly worked hard and long, hiring ourselves out as paid labor, blacksmithing, plowing, sowing, picking apples, milking cows, till we put aside enough to buy ourselves some land of our own right here. That's awesome. So they worked hard to get to the point where they could have their own land. They could own it. They can own land instead of being owned by someone else. And here it is. Grandpa beamed proudly as we came to a whole pink cloud of blossoming apple trees. Remember those seeds I carried with me? Well, I took those seeds and put them into our own soil. And every time I planted one, I thought of someone who'd helped us on our way. And now we've seen the blossoms. Awesome. Do you guys see that? Oh, beautiful pink blossoms. Do you guys see that? Now, Grandpa was pulling an apple from each pocket. They be from our stone cellar, Grandpa. Yep. Save those to eat here with you, honey. And we both sat down and munched away. Could I, Grandpa? I asked. Could I one day plant me a seed of memory here too? Grandpa laughed, touched. Right now, we would be just fine. Then he watched as I planted new seeds in the family orchard. From the apple I had just eaten, I could tell he was remembering too. So that is pretty awesome. So her grandfather got a chance to see her plant a seed just as he did when he first bought this land that he now owns. That's awesome. I won't forget you did that, honey. Grandpa smiled as we walked away. I put my hand on my chest. I won't forget what you said, Grandpa, not ever. I knew I never would. And so now you see why Grandpa paused, and I saw such joy rising in his face as he waved hello to heaven. Ain't nobody a stranger to me. Yay, now that's a happy story. Awesome. The end. Well, that's awesome. Well, boys and girls, now you guys can have a dream perhaps about your grandfather and you and your memories that you have or making. Your grandmas too. Okay, and your great grands, that great grandma and great grandpa, and ask them to tell some stories. Ask them to tell some stories about way back in their day when they were your age. In the meantime, it's time to get ready to dream that special dream. So you know what we do. We close our eyes, whisper to ourselves what we would like to dream about. Relax our bodies, lay snug as a bug in a rug in our blanket, comfortable and still and quiet and relaxed and safe and calm. And allow your body to drift off into dreamland so that you can dream that special dream. All right, boys and girls, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.